as you just take a second to decide what you're doing, Scree and Kerr, what are you doing as you're at the edge of this ledge and you see Duke is almost to Chester's cage at this point? Still unnoticed.
I'm pointing finger guns at one of the guards, like on the opposite side, ready to cast Ensnaring Strike. How far away can I cast this? Probably not too far.
Oh my god.
Oh, never mind. I can't do that. I'm just pointing finger guns for fun.
For fun. Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Observing the
solid.
Yeah. We are trying to just get close to people. So like as quietly as possible, trying to just get closer to maybe
you kind of are aware as far as you can get without dropping down the 30 feet.
Can I pick up a rock? Is there a rock?
There's definitely a rock.
Is it shiny?
I pick up a rock and I aim it at one of the guards, like across from Duke, so that way it's like far away. And I'm like, yeah, let me know if anything goes wrong. I got this. Distraction.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right.
Hold my action.
So as you hold your action for if anything goes wrong, Duke, you are now above Chester's cage, and climbing up and being above Chester's cage, there's about 30 feet of rope until 30 feet of rope. Wait, math. Chester's 15 feet above the ground. It's a 90-foot tall cavern.
40?
45. No?
45?
Yes, 45.
Yeah. Math.
Oh, wait. I'm bad.
No, it would be
math. That's why
75?
I'm
75.
a calculator.
75?
There's a long length of chain, about 60 feet of chain. 75, yes, a 75-foot chain from the ceiling down to the top of Chester's cage. And you can see Chester's still just asleep, and now you have a top-down view of the cat who is just watching and hyper-focused on the new batch of captives mining away at this new ore.
Duke is going to silently, with all of the training that he ever had, just slide seamlessly down this chain, and will hop off on the backside of it, opposite where the cat is, so that hopefully, if anything, bad happens, at least he's got a cage interposing. I'm assuming there's like a lock system on this.
Yes. It seems it's different from the cages from before that the bottom's open from the bottom. This one has a side door.
Mm-hmm.
Make a stealth check for me though, as you slide down this long chain in surrounded by a bunch of eyes, which are all pretty distracted with their own jobs, but
don't fuck me. Ooh, okay. Stealth. $21.
21. Okay, let me roll some rolls.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
No one pays attention.
There's 1 second as your feet touch down on the hanging cage, and it swings a little bit, and there's just the tiniest little, and you feel the hair on the back of your neck stand up, and you peer back, kind of sensing eyes on you as you see a small toad holding green skin, big eyes, in a tattered kind of mossy robe and cloak, look up at you and go, and you can see he kind of like just locks eyes with you for a second and like pauses in his stride, and then as you hold up your lips, he goes, tink. Tink.
God. And Duke will just carefully slip down the edge of the cage to hang on to the cage itself, and will take out one of the darts that's thin to try to start carefully as he fucking can to unlock to pick this lock.
To pick the lock.
Like in English.
Okay. All right. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
So fucking nervous.
24.
Oh my god.
This
24.
dice I have had nothing but good luck on, which I hope it stays that way. And I bought it from Crescent Moon Alchemy Co., who are on TikTok.
Ooh.
They've got all kinds of cool stuff. I'll do a little promo for them because I'm actually part of their ambassador program. Go check them out.
Oh, fun.
Hey.
So go check them out as you twist your needles, your pine needles. There's a second when you feel like you're just about, it feels familiar, and you're just about to feel the last tumbler give as you see a slight little in the lock mechanism.
Oh,
And your fingers go numb for a second as a small little electric pulse sizzles through your needle, disintegrating it and numbing your fingers. And it's still locked. And
That was a 20 what?
make it
Holy crap.
make an intelligence check.
24.
That was a 24.
An
and it's
intelligence
Make
check?
an intelligence check for me. Yeah, 24.
Magic.
Make an intelligence check for me.
Magic.
16.
16. You've run into locks like this before. You're not necessarily a thief, but one of the acts in your circus, one of the magician's acts, used a style of lock known as a arcane lock. And with that magic reaction, you kind of get the connection of, it seems as if they don't really want Chester getting out. Or at least want it to be very difficult.
What Duke will do is he's gonna the player I end up suffering because I'm like, it's such a dumb idea and I'm gonna hate myself for it, but it's what
Do it.
It's what Duke
Do it.
do
Do
in
it,
the
Howard.
circumstance.
Absolutely.
Well, if you would like more of a moment to think about it, we can jump back to Lav. Or your internet will go, and that'll force you to take a minute to think about it.
Therefore, it has to jump over to the lab. What great timing.
So we're gonna jump back to Lav. As her and Scree, you're both watching this. You kind of peer back at Lav, and you see her just kind of wavering at the entrance of the cave. Lav, what have you decided to do?
All right. Lab will pull her favorite cooking spoon from her shield.
It's time.
Keep the shield close, but put her cooking spoon into her snack bag and proffer. It's just like berries and nuts, granola, with the spoon out forward as a sign of goodwill. Like.
All right. So slowly progressing down, her and Scree, you see that all happen and her just enter into the darkness. And you travel down the corridor 10, 15, 20 acorns. And it's not until you're about 30 acorns in where you see just the tiniest of little flickering lights at the end. And you hear, almost there.
You couldn't die.
He's
Like,
gonna
keep
eat
going, but you might die.
you. We'll come get you soon.
You said you were weak. I come bringing snacks. You help, you get snacks. You can eat the cat. Too. You can eat him too.
Do we still have that inspiration?
This will help. Then you eat cat.
Delicious morsel. And as this rings through your mind and you turn the corner, you enter into another cavern. Not nearly as large, probably only 30 feet by 40 feet and 25 feet tall. But the entirety is just encompassed by this large forest green coiled snake. And you see its head lift, one eye slashed through, and the other golden eye looking at you goes, "Welcome, Lavender."
This guy's cool.
You seem to know my name, but I don't know yours. It's only courteous you give me yours in exchange.
Astera is my name. Where are your friends? Still being foolish.
Foolish how?
Much death happens at the hands of that feline. I would hate for our arrangement to end before it begins.
So you want a snack?
The snack of friendship.
It's a sacrifice.
You
I could go get them. Tell them we have a plan. What's our plan? Do you have a plan? Because my plan is to, well, not die.
I hate repeating myself. And you see the tongue slither out and kind of bat the end of your spoon onto the ground, scattering the offering, the sacrifice. He goes, "Go gather your friends, and we will make a deal. I'll contact," and his one eye flickers in a direction from where you came, as if peering through the stone. "I'll contact the white one." Duke, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Me and the devil, pew, 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 walking side by side.
That's a natural 20
Oh my god! Thank
for
God.
a 22.
Duke is going to save us all from dying by discovery. Oh my god.
This might mean he can't contact me is the thing.
Yeah.
Resilience is that one. Get him back as well.
Okay. I'm just, you enjoy the snack? Get a little strength back. I'm gonna go talk to the little one and the tall one, and she will back away.
Never turn back.
As you back away, you hear this like,
Oh.
Friendship. Got him now.
Scary friendship. Very scary friendship.
Got
This thing, wait, it's huge, right? It's big.
it takes up the coiled. It takes up the entire 30 by 40 chamber. Yes.
It's big. So I'm gonna get back to Curran's Grate, which I will back up a decent amount, still facing him. And then I'll proceed to turn and
Scurry.
I'm not super worried at stealth at this
On
point.
that one guard.
Like a little bit still.
Ready.
And let's see if I can get discreet before he throws a rock.
Before Duke does whatever they were gonna do.
I'm waiting for her to
So
tell
Duke,
me.
what were you gonna do?
Duke, what are you going to do?
Hmm.
Do what you're going to do.
This could fuck everything up.
Do it.
Duke was going to stick an arm through the bars of this cage and just lightly poke part of Chester to see if it'll wake him up.
Okay.
Poke, poke.
That's a 5. No. Still asleep.
Very lovely. Then what he's gonna do is both arms through the slats of this cage. One will cover his mouth, and then he'll take one of his darts and prick him, only dealing like 1 point of damage, but enough to cause that pain response that would naturally wake you up. But we'll have his hand covering his mouth so that he won't scream or something.
Make a strength check for me.
Strength, you say?
So strong.
Which this will be a disadvantage for Chester.
Like, now's when your DM rolling needs to come in handy.
Okay. I have no bonuses. So 15.
15. All right. He rolled a 3 plus 4.
Thank God.
So 7. And since he fell unconscious, he's no longer raging. As his eyes flick up, and you hear a shot, but you're like, but your hand keeps, and as his eyes look, there's a moment where they scrunch and fill with anger before he makes the connection. You two haven't met a ton. You mostly met his sister, but there's enough of a recognition there to shift it back to understanding, and his entire tone changes as he, being a member of a very large adventurer guild, it's easy for him to connect the dots, and he looks at you and just slowly nods and then closes his eyes again and like slack again in the cage.
And Duke will remove his hands and will just whisper as absolutely quietly as he can while still letting Chester hear him say, "I'll be back. The lock is special. I can't do anything about it. Just pretend you're asleep." And will slowly crawl back up the chain and back towards the entrance because he can't do anything about this lock.
Okay. So make a stealth check. And as you leave, you just hear him kind of sigh out under his breath. Willow's not here. As you go up.
Noted. It's another 25.
All right.
I don't know if I like that.
I rolled an extra 20 on that dice every time, and it is a Lycan and Moss dice. But the Lycan and Moss dice, Lycan and Moss dice all represent slaves.
Yay!
Okay,
so
thank God.
So as you're scurrying, one of the handholds you do gives way, and another little crumble onto the ground, and comes right in front of this small, frightened little vole. Looks to be a bit younger. Looks up.
Is this his family?
And
Benny.
Is this his family?
Maybe. You've never seen his family before.
This is true. Does he resemble him in any manner?
He's drinking.
Make an investigation check.
Investigation? History.
Investigation.
No bonuses.
Benson.
That's a 2.
2. He looks pretty vole-like. You do know he does have the same color. He has the same color fur. and seems to be about the right age from what you were told. You do, weirdly enough, as you hold up your finger to your mouth, and he looks up, you do catch him just kind of mouth, Alpine Shadow? As you scurry away.
I think if I hear that, like right before I start to scurry, I'm just like, I'll give him a wink and keep going.
Seemingly, he seems to start mining with a bit of renewed vigor. And you see, and you make it back to Kerr and scurry at the same time that Lavender emerges from the cavern.
That was officially my.
Hey, so.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
Information.
You're still very far away, by the way.
I'm still very far away. I haven't made back to them yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to make the way all the way, are you calling them over to you, or do you want to make the trek back to them, like from back the way you came? Okay. Easy enough. You did it once before. You make the leaps back across, and you just like. You all notice her. You've been paying attention. Kerr and Scree have been paying attention to both sides, kind of keeping an eye on the two people.
Army crawl.
All right.
Wait,
I think we
Fine.
go to Lev.
All right. Kerr also was like carrying a rock, seeing what Scree did, just being ready.
Rock buddies. What's up?
Do we want some help in this situation?
Oh yeah.
Question.
Yes, the lock on Chester's cage is arcane in nature. I can't just pick it open.
What
I was hoping Chester would be able to help, but I may have found someone else.
Who's down
help.
here?
What? This sounds great.
How could
They're very invested in this particular cavern.
Stripes, get to the point.
So I made a friend. I hope we're friends. They're very green and large. Very large.
Nice power. Love it.
Sure. It sounds like they have a plan.
Wait, that's great. We don't.
Yeah. The plans are hard. That was. Never
So are you going to take us to him?
Where
Yes.
did you
He's
find
intimidating. So I'll be warned. But he would love to see all of you. He thinks we were doing stupid things, and we need to be more careful because the cat is scary and he wants to eat him.
Okay.
Eat.
Scree
Yes.
and Kerr, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh jeez. This is how we do it.
One by one.
I got another nat 20.
Nice.
I got a dirty 17.
So it's
Okay, you both succeed actually. So just in your mind, Lavender, you hear eat.
The rest of us are like, yeah, this sounds great. What are you so spooked about? Yeah, no, let's go. Or is he meeting us? Like, what's the plan?
I think he has a little cozy little space down here.
Then let's go.
We could use a good camp.
I would
Then
love
let's go.
for you guys to come with me. He's a little scary.
Then let's go.
Kerr,
I
will
got
you
it.
hold my hand?
Yep.
Scree will
Oh my
take
God.
her other
Alright, so-
hand and then Rock in the other, you know?
Mhm.
Rock.
Acrobatics or athletics checks to make it across the jumps.
Mhm. Oh, that's true.
What?
Yeah.
Lab, you don't have to. You know how to do it already. You've done it twice.
Could I kind of like Be like, here.
You can give
Just, like,
assistance
help a
to
little bit.
yeah, you can give assistance to one of them
Who has the lowest acrobatics? Who needs it?
or athletics.
I've got
Yeah.
+4 athletics, so I can kind of
+6 acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
I got
So
I'll give it to her.
that was a 9 total for me. So I get
I
what
got
now?
13.
Or athletics, Kerr.
Or athletics? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Better. Yeah. That's an 11 with athletics. So at least it's above
Okay.
10.
Yeah. Okay. Easy enough. The jumps aren't
Yes.
excessively hard. It was just to see if you made it fail. So you all make your way across. The sound of the resounding sounds of the pick against stone and kind of the cries and calls of the slavers below cover any noise you make as you enter into the cavern and follow Lavender as she hesitantly leads you down
Crew?
and around this corridor as you all enter in. Yes?
This is Astara. Astara, crew.
I'll wait out here. That's okay.
Jeez. Gods above, what the fuck are you?
Scree's gonna straight up just be like, as a rat, I will wait at the outside of the entrance to his little place. Like, I'll stand guard. You got it. I'll listen in. Don't you worry. I'll just go back up.
Scream, nope.
I think Duke is actually very intrigued.
All right. As you look in and the massive form of this snake fills the chamber, its one golden eye kind of looks over you, and it seems as if there's almost a little bit of luminescence coming from the eye as it watches over you and goes, "Hello, lovely morsels. I require your assistance, if you would be so kind."
And in
What
return,
kind
you
of
won't eat it,
assistance?
right? Right.
Yes. Those who aid me elevate from morsel to useful. The felines stole from me something precious. And you see the tight coil that he's in kind of loosens. And you see in the center of the coil, there's just an empty nest.
Bitch. At this realization, Lavender is 100% on board.
To quell my rage and hunger, the felines stole my children and hid them in the caverns.
We're going on the egg hunt.
Fuck. That's so clever. That's so fucking clever. God damn it.
Good soup.
Good soup. Oh my god.
Use my tunnels. Find my eggs and return them to me. And in return, Ostera will be your distraction.
I still can't get over the egg hunt. I'm sorry.
Yep,
It's
just
so clever.
so clever.
So good.
Darling Sarah, how many of your eggs have been taken?
Laid 3 in this clutch.
Scree will kind of like yell again back outside of the entrance. Yes, do we know what they smell like?
Smart.
If you wish to smell the nest, you may.
Dude, go smell the nest.
Otherwise,
Actually, as unlikely as it sounds, Duke would be like,
Kerr will go with Duke. Just like Kerr is also like straight up like
Fair.
not like flexing, but is like trying to look as scary and as big as possible because he came in, saw this, and like the hair on his
He's
already like mohawk was like fuck this. Oh my god.
I think the funny thing is Duke is the least bothered of the group, and actually, like when he moves to go smell the nest, actually moves somewhat snake-like for no reason in particular.
The furry snake versus the noodle snake.
Right. As you crawl over the large coils of this snake, the scales are about the size of Lavender's shield. And crawling by its gargantuan head, its head from nose tip to base of neck is probably about as long as you are, Duke. And there's a moment where you stop next to the
Back to measuring in Duke's.
4.5 acorns. As you go in and start sniffing around, it's easy enough for you to do. It's one of your special skills. As you enter the coil, it's intimidating because you enter into what is essentially a like dome of snake coil, and it instantly gets a lot warmer inside. And as you're there, you hear with voice. He's been talking through his voice. Once you enter the cave, goes.
we also have a special trinket to help with your search.
And he shifts, and from underneath one of the little bundles of just scrap that its nest is made out of, a tiny gold mechanical bird.
I know.
Oh no, internet.
Oh no. Oh no.
I know her.
Or
No,
no.
I know. Not the DM.
Duke,
They have all the plot.
what does your alpine shadow nose smell?
Alpine shadow.
I smell internet.
Pine
Delicious.
shadow.
As your internet glitches out.
Love that so much. Listen, it's fine.
You make a jukebox hero cover. Oh,
Hello?
Maybe.
Hey.
Internet?
No. Oh no. It's spreading.
I'm still not over how fucking clever that was.
That was
It's so good.
snake hunt.
That is so.
Our masterful DM. So smart.
DM, come back.
DM, come back.
So clever. Damn.
No, DM, come back.
Oh,
Hey, our DM is back.
Maybe.
I see motions.
Maybe.
You're
There,
back.
what? Moving?
Ah!
say words. Oh no,
Words.
no, I had to.
Can you hear us?
Sorry, DM.
No.
Zatara!
Can you hear us? We can't.
Poop, poop.
We lost you for a minute.
Zatara!
Ah!
Hello?
Are you back?
You're back.
Hello?
You hear?
We
I'm
got
back.
it.
Okay. So
That's
as he shifts, I'm kind of guessed because everyone's screens just disappeared. I was like, oh no. So as he shifts, a golden little bird tink, tink, falls out of underneath his body. A golden little mechanical bird.
Duke will pick it up.
This will.
Looks like it has no legs, and it's just looks like a tiny little golden chick with little tiny black eyes, and a small, like you can see the back of it's kind of a glass, and there's a little bit of crackling inside of that electric energy that would be recognized as Blesk, so electric powered, and goes,
This will chime when near one of mine. It's useful for when my younglings scurry and slither around the corridors.
All right, so Duke's gonna grab
All
that.
right. Hear
The
me out.
prescription, are there
to
offshoots
me.
from here?
Duke will like tuck it into his leather pauldron so that it's just kind of on him, but he doesn't have to hold it.
Hear me out.
perfect.
Can we be back here outside of the friend room? Cool. I'm not going in there.
Same thing that Lav did before. Just like we're walking backwards to be like, or like Kurt doesn't take their eyes off of the snake.
Duke doesn't care. Duke will fully turn around and start
To
walking.
answer your question, Lavendor, there are 3 exits out of this chamber, including the one that you are exiting out of currently. So 2 other chambers that you can exit out of. And which, as you exit out, you hear,
My corridors are unknown to the feline. I recommend using them, as many have secret entrances to other chambers.
Lovely. Duke will actually, before exiting the chamber, will sit and kind of sniff the air to see which one of the exits from here smells more likely to be a decent lead.
I mean, it's
Okay,
the
make an
exit that we
investigation check
came
with
in
advantage
from the
using your
main
stats.
entrance, and then one that we haven't gone down yet, right? Those are 2
2 that we haven't gone
left.
there's 3. 1 that you came from, and then 2 you haven't gone down.
Okay.
I wish that I had a bonus to investigation. That's a 17.
Damn.
17? Right, kind of giving a whiff. It's a little hard being in the chamber with the original creator of the smell, but a 17 gives you a little bit of a whiff down the closer of the 2 corridors, because there's one that's kind of a little bit further to the right, and there's one that's opposite of the corridor you came in.
Okay, hear me out.
Uh-huh.
Who all was able to get a good whiff of the eggs?
Duke and Kerr, I believe.
Yeah, I guess Kurt would have like gotten a whiff of it. Probably wasn't paying as much attention because it was more unlike that's a fucking snake was the thought in his head.
Fair.
I mean, technically, if you want to go back and get a better whiff, we have 2 people that know what it smells like, and then 1 bird thing that tells us where it is. And there's 3 eggs. So we could.
Do we want to split up, though?
I think we'll have to.
I'm just saying, it's an option. It's an option.
If we want to get this done fast, we probably should.
Yeah.
But how sure are we that the snake isn't going to just eat us after we?
That's
find
why I'm
it?
going in the team of 2. with the bird thing.
I can go on my own. I'm actually quite good about finding things when I have the smell, so I don't mind going by myself if that's what we're doing.
Duke's just like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
We're not the only ones in these
I get it.
tunnels. You may be able to find it on your own, but we're not the only one in these tunnels.
Hypothetically, the only one in these 2 tunnels. The cat doesn't know about them, so we won't run into any of those fiends.
Yeah, these ones should be empty as far as what Astara said.
Lav, in your mind,
The feline is tricksy. Do not expect this to be easy.
But maybe teams of 2 sounds great.
I mean, it was just a suggestion. We could all go in one big group. I was just trying to think of ideas.
Yeah, Duke, you're not going alone. No. Teams of 2 minimum. Otherwise, we stick together.
So are we gonna do teams of 2 or the whole group?
I vote
If we do teams of 2,
You're not
if we
going
do teams
alone.
of 2, I would suggest. I understand that. If we do teams of 2, I suggest that Lav and I are on opposite teams, since one sneaky member, one hard hitter.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea. All right. So Screen, Duke, me, and Lav.
Sounds like a plan. We each take a tunnel.
so those tombs
And
were those
Duke
tombs,
Duke will give the bird
The
to
bird.
the other team.
Okay, so Scree and Duke, Curran Lav.
Yes.
Yep.
We got muscles in
And-
both teams and sneaks in both teams. We got this.
It'll be fine.
And we
Nothing
are
can go wrong.
And
Lav is
nothing
going
can go
to-
wrong.
Actually take off one of her armbands and wrap it around the bird. Hypothetically to muffle the sound that it is inevitably going to make.
Oh, that's smart.
And, like, keep
That's
it
actually
close to
her.
big brain.
Yes, very good.
All right.
So it's close to her
Sorry,
ear,
this is
but
dark.
it's muffled.
We're just silencing the canary in our coal mine. It's fine.
Exactly.
Duke and Scree will take the tunnel that I smelled a whiff from. You guys will take the other one?
Sounds good.
Okay. So you guys are taking this one, and you guys are taking this one.
Mechanically, I know you're not supposed to split the party, but
It's fine.
We
You
gotta
guys
get this
can
done
do
fast.
whatever you
We gotta
want.
do this. We can
Easter
cover
egg
more
hunt.
ground.
Here we
What are you
go.
worried about splitting the
No,
party
no.
for? Obviously, it's such a good idea. It's going to be great.
yeah.
I'm excited. I think
Alright.
this is a good idea.
Do we feel safe enough here to like take a little nappy nap? I don't know how much. I don't know. The cat
Red
seems
Cat's
kind of a
causing a lot of
hurry.
destruction.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
I want to be
Yeah.
quick about this as much
Not,
as
Alright, goodbye.
not to mention, I kind of told Chester to pretend to be sleeping that I'd come back for him. So
Fair.
Chester,
That's right.
Chester
That's right.
here?
It's up to you guys. So, from what you notice, it seems as if they've been here a while, but it also doesn't seem like that they have. Like the cat seems to be in a rush to find things, but he did also say that their work had just begun. So,
No
Up to you
time. We
guys.
gotta go.
Okay.
We're fine.
we
So
gotta go. Way to go.
as the two pairs split off, Scree and Duke taking the closer of the two passages, which also makes you have to walk by the snake less, and Curran Lav taking the farther of the two passages, you both descend down your corridors, and that's where we'll take a break.
Okay. Break.
All right,
So
we got 10 minutes. Everyone to the group chat.
And nothing can go wrong.
And go
It'll be fine.
wrong.
Nothing can go wrong.
Oh no, it all went
We'll
wrong.
see you guys in 10 minutes.
See you in 10 minutes.
Bye.
And welcome back. So, to decide which group we're going to go with first, could I please have one of each group roll a d20 for me?
Bet. I don't know where I put mine.
I'll let Scree do it.
All right, cool. I found it. This many.
4 and 2.
Oh my
Got him
god!
out early.
I got another natural.
On an
20.
inconsequential roll, we're good.
Ruby, what did you just like leave this out in like the full moon? I've gotten 3 natural 20s on this today.
Maybe.
Beautiful. Never change. I love you.
All right.
Right.
So, Scree and Duke, departing from the other pair, you head down this corridor, which is the same as the one that you journey through to get to where you are now. Large enough to walk side by side, you venture down this corridor with nary to no light. Around you can still hear the distant sounds of the miners toiling away in their caves in the distance. As you progress on, the tunnels themselves are fairly normal, not too wet, not too dry, fairly well maintained. You can tell that before the snake was ousted from its home, it traversed the area fairly regularly. Anything you would like to do as you travel down this corridor?
Daddy, the bottles of meat on the wall.
I was waiting for it.
Like, go quietly.
Duke is just obviously keeping his nose out for stronger sense of the eggs. I had a place I was going with this. It's gone now.
Scree's beautiful melodic tones threw it out of your mind is what happened.
Yes. Getting distracted by Scree's
people.
voice. You turn a corner and you see your first sign of light or a break in the monotony. It took you about 5 minutes to get to this point. As you turn right and then left, and at the end of that left-hand turn, there's a small little crack of light in a small archway. It looks like the archway is filled with a rock, so it seems as if it's like a secret door kind of deal, which you can see from your side because the light's coming out of it.
Duke is going to press his nose up against where this crack is to smell it to it on what.
All right. So as you smell it, which is, I'm guessing, where they were going to go with that, I'll wait for them to come back so they can hear the response.
We should all just be like waiting when they come back.
Screw, are you doing anything while Duke walks up to the wall and snoofs?
I will look around and fiddle with my rock from earlier. It's a prize tool that will come in handy later.
Make an investigation check for me, Duke. And make a perception check for me, Screw.
Better perception, though.
With advantage because you're specifically smelling.
Gotta play.
The Alpine pause for dramatic effect. That is only barely better. That's a 10.
10? All right. So, Scree, as you look around, you see that there's another bit of light about 40 feet down the corridor. But you also hear as you kind of, you don't smell any egg. You do smell iron and sweat, and you're about to turn around when, Scree, with your perception, you hear the sound of whips happening from the other side of the chamber. and some slight.
I would tap Duke's shoulder and be like, "Hey, there's a light up here. Do you hear that?"
Mm-hmm.
Get in there.
Hold on. Scree's gonna take off their big old blue shawl and like start taking off like the plate that they have on, and then put the shawl back on. All right, let's go investigate. And now, without the jingle, 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 Scree's more confident.
Okay.
I love that.
So you're going to try to open the secret door?
Or
are you gonna continue on down?
No.
Okay.
Duke would like, before we get into anything that we're not ready for,
What?
let's check that one too. To see which way's better for what we're doing.
Horrific.
And then Duke will do the same thing, smell into the opening to see what's back there.
Okay, so as you head further down, and get to the next source of light, which is the same kind of like small little halo of light around this secret door from your side. You see that the chamber that you're in, the tunnel, goes forward and then banks right out of your view. So it continues on past this point as well. But sniffing this doorway, you smell a faint scent of snake on the other end.
He'll also like lean to smell down where the cavern keeps going and then back over to see if there's a difference.
Okay. Make another... Oh, just make a perception check this time. You're being a little bit more broad with this one.
Thank God. Ooh. Roll on this,
nice.
please. Jesus Christ. That's an 11.
I mean, it is Jesus'
An 11?
day, you know.
Is it?
It's Ostera's day, actually.
It's Asteris. Our Lord and Savior, Astera. Oh, no.
Whiffing back and forth. The scent is definitely stronger from the door you're currently next to, but you do also get a whiff from around the corner as well. Where there's a whiff, there's a way.
I had to. It was too
Good song. Okay. Duke
If you're
is going
referencing
to
the
turn to
1980s
Scree.
Hobbit, I love you.
It's a good one. Duke is going to turn to Scree.
Yeah.
Okay, so through this door, there's snake smell.
Great.
There's also some down here, but it's stronger here, which
go.
might just be distance. Okay.
And by this time,
And
Scree's
we'll
probably
try to figure out how. We'll try to figure out how to open.
Right. What did you say about your armor screen?
Scree's probably finished packing it up and like
Okay, yeah.
securing it in the bag or whatever.
So just remember that your AC is less now if you get into a fight.
Oh yeah, no, I took it off in the D&D Beyond.
Perfect. So kind of, you approach this doorway expecting it to be difficult to open, but as soon as you kind of like put pressure on the side you're coming from, it just and slides to the side. It seems as if it's supposed to be made easily open from this side, seeing as snakes don't have hands. And as it opens and pulls back, you are about 15 feet in the air above what looks to be a large chamber that has been turned into an armory. Weapon racks line the walls, and there's even scattered weapons across the ground. Looking around, there seems to be about 60 to 80 weapons just scattered across the floor. The chamber itself goes about 5 feet higher than where you are, so it's about 20 feet tall, and like a 20 by 20 chamber. It's rather small. And then in the very center, there stands a tall statue that, from just the general look of what you can see, is a fully armored badger that's standing tall with one hand outstretched with his palm facing upwards.
Is there an egg in the palm?
There is not.
Duke, you sure this is the right room? Oh, I think Duke's frozen. No.
Oh no!
No.
I thought he was just
Still
looking
on
real
mission.
pensive.
Da-da-da-da.
Just taking a moment to look around,
I mean,
Yeah.
really
I think we
pondering
should all
if
we should all appreciate that we could hear babies purring. Is what is also important.
Can you?
Yes.
I
A little
could.
bit, it's really cute.
So cute.
All right.
Okay. It's very important.
Oh,
Oh, no!
oh no!
No!
And we switched to team 2.
The Alpine pause.
So as you look into
To be continued.
the chamber, we'll shift and ask Duke if they're sure if this is where the egg was. We shift to Lavender and Kerr, who have made it a decent way down their corridor. You've been traveling for the same amount of time as the other two without running into any openings yet. It's about 30 minutes in when you see your first little halo of light. And then as you see that one, you can see further down the corridor, there's another one as well. About 30 acorns away.
As we were traveling down the corridor, I am passing the bird like back and forth from Kerr, wrapped in its thing. And since Kerr is taller than I, like I'm holding it down and instructing Kerr to hold it high, and we're just like passing it back and
Just
forth.
to hear if we hear a ping at all.
Yep.
Oh my gosh! All right, excellent, good. At some point, whenever you do toss it to Kerr, like depending on how tall like these tunnels are, like he'll just like toss it up for like a second and then give it back to you.
Just kind of
They're about
casual getting attached with it.
You got another like 2 feet above you, Kerr.
Oh, good, great. So just like tossing it.
So as you're tossing it, yeah. Sorry, go.
No, yeah. To Lav though, Kerr is gonna be like, "How did you find the sneaky bastard? I'm just that was fun."
Well, I was going off of intuition and maybe a little bit of rage, thinking that that passageway could take me closer to a friend, and then it started talking in my head.
I mean, I'm all for rage leading you to better paths, so let's go with it.
It worked, I guess.
Just have to be careful.
But now we have the side quest, and there's still people down there, but we gotta help.
I don't think we would have been able to do much on our own,
Fair.
although I would have loved to try. This is probably the better path, though. So good on you for keeping your head.
Okay.
All right. And then
So
we
you
get to
saddle
that
up.
ring of light.
Yes, you saddle up next to the ring of light, and you pause for a moment waiting for the bird. And there's no chime. But Lav, with your passive perception, which is nuts, by the way. Well, nuts for how
Yes.
low of level you are.
It's only gonna get worse, better.
You smell the scent of cooking meat, bread, various foods coming from behind this portal.
What level of quality? Like, does it smell like it's good cooking or shitty cooking?
For that, you'll have to make an investigation check.
Very important distinction from our chef.
It is, honestly. Ooh, investigation's not my strong suit. That's fine.
You can
That
add your
is an
proficiency
11.
modifier since you're dealing with. You can add your proficiency bonus since you're dealing with food.
Food.
Hello, please don't eat my hair.
But it's so pretty.
Proficiency.
I think it's like +2, +3.
I'm like, I think it's +2. So that's 13.
13. It mostly smells like. It doesn't smell great. It smells essentially like sustenance more than food. And you're about to turn away until you catch the slight scent of something that does smell very good. So it seems like it's mostly just sustenance, but there is something special being made.
All right, Lav's interested in the snacks. And there's also the possibility. So I think this is our kitchens over here, Kerr.
Do you
And
think
I know
that they
people
would
eat eggs.
Would they eat the snake eggs?
Maybe. But we don't want to take the chance that they would. Also,
So.
maybe snacks.
I'm a bit peckish. Let's go. All right, and then we'll head towards the door.
With stealth.
Okay.
Because there's someone actively cooking in there.
So you tap the back of the door. Door opens. Very similar to the room that Duke and Scree entered. You're about 15 feet off the ground, except you are in line with the ceiling where you are. Below you is a circular chamber that has been turned into a ramshackle work kitchen. On the far side, you can see a large, girthy figure cooking in front of a large pot and swirling it. No, I hate it. Rotund, there we go. We'll use that one instead. Rotund figure swirling, stirring in front of the stew, and just sacks and barrels of supplies, as well as a large table that seems to have mostly like traveling kit, like jerky and not that great looking quality bread, and the like portioned out for what you can guess will be either the slavers and their captives. But then up by where the cook is cooking, you see a china platter that has fruits and fine pastries and a small little dish that seems to have some sort of cone of what looks to be a weird pate on it. And next to that, you see a glass kind of cake dish that in the inside there isn't. It's like one of those deviled egg carriers, and there's just about a dozen eggs, not cooked, just as they are in there, with a little sign on it that you can't quite make out.
Is there anything that looks like a snake egg? Or that smells like one? And our thing isn't pinging at all, is it? So
your thing is not pinging, but you can make a perception check if you'd like to pinpoint anything else.
Lav would definitely be looking.
Both of you go for it.
So
that was, I think my perception is 8 total.
8? Okay.
10.
So you guys don't notice anything different than what I gave. Your eyes are just locked on that nice looking platter next to the rotund chef
cook facing away from us. And is he the only one in the room?
Back to you. Yes, he is. Rotund, just in a very basic kind of canvas jerkin, and a askew kind of slouch hat on top of his head. You hear him kind of humming. And from what you can see, the back, it looks to be a muskrat kind of folk.
Okay. All right. If Kerr's gonna look at Lavender and then like motion to like go up and do like a chokehold. Great.
Lavender is like enthusiastically. Yes.
Excellent. Walking quickly because like not trying to be stealthy in this moment.
We have to get down first.
Okay. Oh yeah, we have to get down. Okay, we're gonna get down then. Let's do it.
It's only a 15-foot drop, so
like
make a stealth check to drop. I'd say 15 feet is average. Like you're animals, so you have a bit more of a leniency with dropping than humans do. So I'm not going to make you roll for damage or anything, but just roll for stealth to see if you can drop down without him noticing you.
Double checking my stealth real fast. What is my stealth? 0 is my stealth. Great. Awesome. Let's see what we got. Okay, that is 12. 12 total.
12, all right. What was yours, Lavender? Or are you staying up there until Kerr does their thing? His thing?
No, I'll go down as well.
Okay, so make a stealth check.
I dispatch.
The chef will be rolling at disadvantage which is good because he rolled a natural 20.
Thank God.
But disadvantage, so not natural 20.
Thank God.
17.
17. Okay, and what did you roll again, Kerr?
12.
12.
Hold on.
All right.
Yeah.
That's just enough. He rolled an 11.
God. Oh my God. Kerr's
So
not good at being stealthy, so this makes sense.
Right. You both land, and then Kerr, you just kind of lock eyes with Lab as you make a strength. Make a attack roll with advantage because he doesn't know you're there, and then make a roll for damage afterwards if you hit.
And then roll for
which I'm
damage
sure you
after.
will. He's not wearing any armor. He's a chunky boy, but he's not wearing any armor.
Chunky boy. Advantage attack attack roll 16.
16th, that definitely hits. So roll for damage.
Oh wait, what's my strength? Oh yeah, and then plus because strength. And so I'm just doing like I don't know if like you on our
you want to choke him
strike,
out.
choke him out. Yeah. So just it's a melee attack. So and my bludgeoning is 5. So yeah, plus 6 unarmed strike. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out. It's been a minute since I looked at my D&D pen sheet and I've been how to use damage.
That's okay.
So, sorry, what did you want me to roll? I have all my dice. I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to do.
Just roll for damage for your unarmed strike.
Oh, it's just my strength, so it's just 5 total.
Right. You don't have that. Right.
Yes.
You don't have Tavern Brawler. Current.
Yeah.
Cool. So
not yet.
Not yet. Selena, he's a chef. He's not a fighter. He's not here to fight things. So he's essentially just a base NPC, and you come up, you go, and he just go to sleep. Quickly goes unconscious in your hands. And you lay him on the ground, and you see he's just cooking a big old stew. You can see some.
Rob will put a bag of flour under his head.
Very nice.
Kerr will take the apron that he was hopefully wearing. Sanitary is very important in the kitchen. And just use that to tie up his hands.
It's a nice clean apron too.
Any of like the little treats that were like beautifully decorated and stuff like that, he'll just grab one and like take a bite.
Awesome. As you kind of reach out for the platter, it's a gorgeous platter, and the pate reeks of fish. And now that you're close enough, you can see the little note says, "Do not touch or make the worm angry."
The worm.
The little worm, the one that the cat has.
Oh. So Lavender's going to pocket those.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. You pocket the eggs, shove them into your little pouch.
And also take a pastry for herself to snack on, feeling munchy.
All right.
And 2 more. If there's 4 pastries, she's going to also put away 2.
There are.
It's a very friends.
Oh. Yeah, they're a very loaded.
Actually, 3, because Estrella will need 1.
All right.
Excellent. Okay. But yeah. Now that the cook's out, like anything else in this room that we're looking around that we can see better that might be interesting, or
make an investigation check for me.
Yeah. Let me double check my investigation.
Okay.
Yeah, 7.
Well, I was gonna take the bird and just kind of like bounce around the room, like holding all sorts of witchcraft.
Fair. No ping from the bird, and as you look around, you're like opening barrels. It's just rations and supplies gears. It's not a fantastically stocked kitchen. The biggest barrel you find is full of what seems to be the luxury ingredients that you kind of guess are for the feline, who apparently eats better than everyone else.
So we're coming back for these, right, Kerr?
If we have time, sure. Not a bad place to come back to, for sure. I don't know, depending on how things go, this would be a good way to feed everyone else once we deal with all the assholes here.
Lavender will make sure that the fire that was stoking the large pot, she'll like take away a couple logs just so it's not like full.
Turn it to like
steaming.
Simmering. Put the pot on simmering.
We're getting it to simmering. We don't want it to burn while we're doing our own shit.
Fair.
Okay.
And as you catch a whiff of the stew, it seems to be a moss and rock stew.
Moss and rock stew?
Moss rock stew.
Right now. It sounds so good.
What?
I want it.
Rock stew is a real thing.
It's delicious. It's yummy. All right. So we don't have anything else in here though that we need.
Nothing that seems to be of use for your current mission. It seems just to be like supplies. There's a couple on the chef's waist. There's a little leather strap that seems to have two culinary knives. One that seems to be just a regular chef's knife, and one that seems to be a fillet knife. So one of the long, thin ones that seem to be exquisitely cared for.
So, Lav's kind of gonna take a sniff of the stew, and then like grab some of the spices from the premium barrel and like sprinkle a little in, and then she'll grab one of the other pastries and like put it right on the chef's like chest, like right by his mouth. It's like, you get a snack too. Noticing his knives.
All right. So that's that. All right, let's keep moving on. We want to try and find that egg as quickly as we can. If Astara wants to help, let's help Astara. On we go.
You scramble back. Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Do I know the cat's name?
No.
We didn't hear the name.
I'm going to flip over the note.
Okay.
I'm going to write, I ate all your eggs. Signed, Master. And put it back and cap it.
Division amongst the ranks. Lavender playing the long game.
Okay. leaving your note, you scramble back up, kind of Kerr like hefting you up and then climbing up himself back into the corridor. The door closing behind you as our attention turns back to Duke and Scree.
What is it that Scree asked me?
Do you are you sure that the egg's in here?
Yeah, I'm not seeing one.
Duke will, from where they're at, now that the door's open, kind of sniff around the room to see if any spot has a stronger scent than any others, and if he's not getting a whole ton from here, we'll make a jump to land on the top of the statue. Is there anyone in the room? That's a good question.
So you're about to jump.
Hold on.
And you look through the room, and just with the perception that you have, there doesn't seem to be anyone in them currently. If you'd like to see if anyone's hiding, you can look a little closer. But
now that Scree's mentioned it, dude's like, maybe you're right, and we'll take like time to make sure that the room is empty before he tries to jump onto the statue.
All right, make a perception check.
May I assist?
Yes, you may.
Ooh, that's a 25.
25. You right?
Wait, no, I'm lying. That is not what my bonus is. That's a 21.
For shame.
All right, 21, still good. As you look, you don't see anyone. There's no one here. It's empty. There's one torch in the back corner and then one torch at the very base of the statue. But other than that, there's just the weapons lying around.
Cool. Duke is going to hop on top of the statue, and from there, we'll kind of slowly, like, radius turn around as he's smelling to see where in the room the scent is stronger.
Scree will follow, but then head down to the door to keep watch, like scamper down the statue and go over to the entrance, the official entrance of the armory.
The official entrance.
No, come back.
Okay, you saddle down there and put an ear towards the door, and Duke, you get a strong.
Oh no, Zatara.
It was there for a bit. It was there for a bit. I get a what? I get a what?
We'll never know. All right. So when we cut out, we just cut to the other party. What happens when the GM cuts out? What's the protocol?
Some
back to the Irish. Back to the Irish pub.
Back to the Irish pub.
Move me over.
And you're
Move
in
me
charge
over.
now.
Hold on,
Move
hold
you
on,
over.
hold on.
There
All
it
right.
is. Back to the
So
pub.
y'all wake up, and the waitress comes back with your drinks. And here you go, here you go. And there's a festival. Have you guys been participating in the festival at all?
It's hard a bit. It's tough getting out of bed these days. I just need a drink to get me by.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. The day is young,
he's
you
back.
know.
They're back.
Oh. No.
Hello.
We'll continue the epic saga of the Irish pub one day.
Someday.
The shuffling that just happened makes me good.
The one shot that happens when one of us loses. Whenever I lose. All right. You catch a very strong scent of the egg underneath the feet of the statue. So seemingly in the bottom base of the statue contains the egg.
Duke
And also,
will then
with that perception check
spiral.
you rolled earlier. Sorry, continue.
Duke will spiral down the statue to the base to start looking for it.
Okay, cool. So as you're searching around the base, you see that there is actually an inscription on the base, which reads, "Bring to me a mighty weapon, one that crowns kings, names heroes, and ends all wars."
Riddles. I love this.
Are you telling Scree this, or?
Duke will read it and then look over to where you're at as you're like paying attention out there, and will like hop over the weapon piles to spots that are somewhat empty so he doesn't have to crawl over things, and then hop over to you and be like, hey, the statue has an inscription.
Oh, dope. What's it say?
And we'll repeat it back to you because I forgot what it is.
Oh.
Something about a
me
weapon
a
that
mighty
crowned king.
And Scree kind of
Bring
like...
to me a mighty weapon, one that crowns kings, names heroes, and ends all wars.
Scree be like, oh yeah, no, just a second, and kind of like takes a look down the corridor and then like pulls out a bag and fumbles through and brings out a quill. And here's a beak. Put that in the palm. I have a good feeling. Some say it's stronger
And
than
we'll grab
some
it.
like swords. Push the pack back on. And keeps watch again.
And Duke will hop back over and put it in the palm of the statue.
The statue's hand and the other arm reaches up, grabs the quill, and puts it in a small holster on its hip, and steps back as the pedestal beneath him and the entire
No,
chamber just
it was that easy.
She's just like watching like,
Smart
holy
people.
shit.
and
So-
lo and behold, there sitting on a velvet pillow is one snake egg.
How big is
It's
it?
about
Is my other question.
It's pretty big. It's like
Acorns. How big is it in acorns?
3 acorns tall
Oh
and
god.
like
Okay.
acorn wide.
So this is bigger
It's a
than
big
Scree.
snake, guys.
It is a big
snake,
snake. This
so.
is almost this. Duke is a little bit bigger. Duke is going to take the time to carefully make a harness for this thing so that like it could be carried on one's back
Scree will, like,
potentially.
take off the big shawl, like the shawl that swallows them up, and kind of like toss it to Duke. Hey, try that. I don't know why I'm whispering. That made a lot of noise.
Okay, it is. There is also a closed door to this chamber. Like it's
Oh,
not just like an
never
open
mind.
portal down. Like it is like you're like sitting next to the door with your ear to the.
That makes sense. Okay, cool.
Duke will just create a harness situation for this so that it can be carried out of here. And then we'll hook it up to himself because he's taller. Not stronger, but taller. So it's more likely to be able to be carried out.
The egg is actually fairly light.
Okay.
Just awkward.
Snake eggs are soft and kind of.
After
light, so.
they are. After hooking everything up, we'll just turn back to Sri. Is there anything in here that you want before we go?
Can I look around?
Yeah, make an
I'm
investigation
asking,
check.
no, I'm
Make it
asking
fast.
Duke.
Oh, sorry.
Make it fast.
All right. And then Scree's gonna like, and I'm gonna try to make an Arcana check to see if I find anything
Ooh.
cool.
Yeah. Make an Arcana check. So yeah.
All right.
Wait, speaking of magic.
Ah, shit. Dice. Shit.
And,
Okay, well, I lost my
Duke
physical
will
dice,
like
so I'm using the computer.
offhandedly be. That's unfortunate. Duke will be offhandedly looking around as he's making his way out to see if there's anything that could potentially be useful for him. That's of higher
All right,
quality
make a
than what he
perception
already has.
Yeah, make a perception check.
I got an 18.
Ooh,
18.
that's a natural 20 for a
Nice.
22.
18 and a natural
Damn.
20. Okay, so
And if
as
there's
you guys are
something-
exiting, Scree, you're looking around and kind of trying to hone in on any magical energy.
Scree has
and-
the scissor out and is like, Inigo Montoya, like,
Yeah.
guide my sword. Oh no. Sorry.
It was too wholesome. That's what happened.
My other dice is gone. All right.
That's
All right.
amazing.
So she's like, yes, there's a lot of festivities going on. If you, there's some competitions too, and looks over at Elle and she's like, I'm sure you'd win a few. So I'd recommend trying them out if you're interested. As she then heads back to the bar.
Well,
Are we sitting with each other?
yeah,
you're
we're
all
all sitting with each
together.
other at the table.
You
We're
already
all-
know each other.
We're all each other's. We
All
are
right, all
ourselves.
right, all right.
You're all friends.
We are whoever we want to be.
Oh, never mind.
And the
She draws
DM.
back.
Oh,
Hello. So
Inigo
you're Inigo
Montoya.
Montoyaing around. All right. So you kind of like hone in with the scissor and walk around. And there's two things you cling into. The first one is a shoulder pauldron. And you ting, as you ting it, ting, it lets out this nice echoing ring around the chamber. Quiet, not enough to alert anyone. For effect.
That's okay. After
and you see
the door, like, and the statue moving,
Okay.
I feel confident.
cool. And you see around the rim, it's silver, and then around the rim it has just this. It's still silver, but has almost this kind of like bluish tint to it, like this kind of light frosted tip to it. And as you like pick it up a little bit, it is extremely light.
That's so cool. Where take that?
Hold on, I gotta check something.
No, you're good. And I mean, I'm not gonna like equip it yet. It's just going in the pack, and we can figure out like item stats after the stream.
Yeah. So essentially, what it looks like is and as you kind of like pull it out, some other little bits clank out, and it seems to be piecemeal plate armor, like hat plate.
Ooh.
That's all extremely light, and even as it clinks out, it's very light, very quiet as it pulls out.
It's kind of cool.
And then if you would like, you could add 1 mithril half plate, half plate to your inventory. And then as you kind of turn and you think that's it, and then the scissor kind of gets stuck in one other thing, and you see it's just this small little crystal about the size of a nickel.
I go and I pick it up, and then I lick it.
As you lick it, there's a little bit of a tingle at the tip of your tongue.
Getting earthy toads.
And you feel the scissor kind of vibrate a little bit.
I'm gonna kind of like look towards the door, and Duke could like pocket it and check it out later. You know.
Okay. All right. And Duke, with your natural 20, you're heading back towards the entrance where you entered from, and out of the corner of your eye, you see hanging on the rack these 2 fine needles, like sewing needles. But it seems as if they're broken in half, and so they're a bit shorter.
But it's giving Hollow Knight, and that's really cool.
Duke will see that and just kind of like look to see Scree still doing stuff. We'll go and grab them and pocket them and keep climbing.
All right. So you can just add broken needle to your inventory currently, and I'll give you stats on that later. As you both scurry out of the chamber.
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right. So you scurry out of the chamber, and do you want to continue heading further down the chamber the way you haven't gone, or back to the other room where you were before?
We should probably reconvene.
Towards the way we haven't gone. Actually, yeah, we're gonna go back and drop off the egg.
Yeah, okay. And then if we get there first, we can shove it in their faces. Best team.
Right. As you make your way back to the egg chamber, we'll shift back to Lav and Kerr. As you have progressed further down the corridor, non-snake eggs in tow, and fully newly energized from your sacrifices and pranks, and approach the next little halo of light, which is at the end of this corridor. So there's a ring of light, and then there's like 5 more acorns, and then the corridor ends.
Okay.
And as you get to the entrance of this halo of light, you hear a little beep, 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 beep.
Oh, from the thing?
Yeah.
Does it sound exactly like those like chicks that when you put your fingers on like the bottom 2
what
feet?
I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. So,
do you enter?
Like, warms up. Like, let's go.
This door slides away, and in front of you is a small chamber, probably 10 by 10, small, natural kind of chamber that has been seemingly made into a storage room of sorts, full of a variety of boxes and crates. Along the walls you notice 3 paintings. 2 of them are small, and one of them is rather large. The small ones seem to be portraits of 2 pure white rabbit folk with red-tinged ears, garbed in dark clothing with high-boned collars and collars made of lace. And the third and largest painting is a small glen encircled in briars. And that's what you can see currently.
So it's rabbit,
Painting.
briar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rabbit, briar, rabbit, small, large. And then the rest of it seems to be a storage room full of various crates and barrels and sacks.
All right. Kerr is gonna start looking through the crates and barrels.
All right, make an investigation check.
Okay.
I know very little about Arcana, but I feel like there's something up with these paintings. Can I see if there's magic?
Do you have what is your base Arcana skill?
I've got a +1 to my Arcana check.
That's enough. Roll for Arcana. You have some inkling of Arcana to you. And Crow, what did you roll?
19.
3.
3. So
my
opening the chest and barrels and sacks, you find a lot of mining gear, pickaxes, chisels, hammers, replacement minecart utility, and what seems to be some repair parts for the elevator itself as well. As well as some larger sledgehammers for the really tricky stuff. And Lav, with your Arcana check, the 2 paintings on the sides, the smaller ones of the rabbits, don't really have any arcanic air, but the middle one, as you kind of focus and as you focus in on the painting, and then you see something weird, you kind of let your eyes unfocus, and you just see this slight aura around the entirety of the painting.
Reaching out my paw, I'm gonna kind of paw at the canvas. See if
as you paw at the canvas, the whole event horizon ripples, and your hand goes through a little bit. And as you look at this one, you can see the briar are encircling a pedestal in the middle, and there are slight little flecks of light around that seem to be fireflies dappled through the glen.
I love fire. Fireflies. I'm a little nervous about getting out, so I'm gonna take the rope I have. I should have rope in my in my kit. And Kerr, hold this! Don't let go. And I'm gonna grab the other end and jump into the painting.
So as Lav jumps into the painting, Kerr, you see Lav's form transform from the hyper-realistic alive form and into this kind of painterly watercolor illustration of Lav. And as she does, the rope snaps.
Fuck.
Kerr will stick a hand in. Does it start to pull him in, or does it just transform as he goes?
It just transforms as he goes. There's no pull.
Okay, so he can pull it back out.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Kerr will grab one of the sledgehammers and then follow through.
Okay. Grabbing with that hammer, you follow through, transforming into that kind of painterly aesthetic, and you both go in, and as you pass through that event horizon, on top of the pedestal, a large opalescent egg appears.
And you just see the fireflies. Dashing. Sorry. Kerr comes through and he's just Lav, that was very dashing and daring, but your rope trick didn't really work, so let's do this together. Good idea, though.
It was worth a shot.
And as you look around, you see these bumbling fireflies, larger than you're expecting. And as one kind of like floats in front of you and just kind of keeps going, they seem just floating around. They're large though. They're about like finch bird size. And then the pedestal.
Do you think this is we need to do a quick little swap? Otherwise, we die?
Seem to have done a lot of work to put this here. I would say caution is best. I also just don't trust anything here. These fuckers are so weird.
Indeed.
So like, what are those?
I mean, they're fireflies, but they're not. But you're
it's painting
more brushy than usual.
Well, so are you. More so than usual, anyway.
That's surprising.
How far is like one of the nearest firefly things? Like how close? Oh no.
Back to the pub.
Back to the pub.
What are we doing?
The waitress has left you to your own devices. There's a fair going on outside with different activities and competitions. Or pub, you can see a couple people like playing cards. Everyone's kind of having a good time.
Fuck? Hold on.
You're back.
Showing up. Here's the thing. They're showing up twice.
Oh, weird. Sorry.
Okay,
There
now
we go.
it's just one.
It's gone now. It's gone now.
Okay. Sorry, I may have to change my streaming room to a different room. This one may be to not liking the internet, which is weird.
It's cursed.
So the fireflies are about finch size of a finch bird, and just kind of bumbling past you all. And the egg is there on the pedestal, surrounded by briars.
Okay. I mean, nothing for it but to try. Kerr will like just start walking up to it, just walking up, seeing if there is anything. But
yeah,
we're not gonna.
I was gonna keep an eye on the fireflies as they approach.
Okay. All right. How close of an eye are you keeping on them? Like, are you like? Do you want to like make a roll to like keep an eye to like investigate them or look at them, or are you just kind of like passively like keeping an eye on them?
It's pretty intense. Like
suspicious.
Okay, make an investigation check then.
Passively following Kerr, more keeping an eye on the fireflies. What was the check?
Perception.
Investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah.
I don't like that one.
As Lav's doing this, Kerr, you're approaching the pedestal and you make it to right in front of it, within arm's reach.
Just like looks around like it can't be this simple, and then like picks up the egg.
Right. You reach out and pick up the egg. Nothing happens. You have the egg.
He just carries the egg back then, just like kind of like one arms it on his shoulder. Okay. So maybe we overestimated how smart these people are, because they made up a whole magic fantasy room for this egg, and then they just
that does still kind of hide it. So we figured out the magic.
Which, as you turn and look towards Lav, Kerr, you see that from the direction you came, it's just the continued circle of briars, and there is no exit.
Interesting.
What did you roll for investigation?
One of the pastry. I rolled a 10.
10? That's enough. You see, as one of the fireflies kind of just bumbled past you, they seem completely oblivious to you, but there's something odd about their thorax. It seems like it's pulsing like a normal butterfly, but it seems that there's something like sloshing around inside of it.
Is it tasty?
Lavender's mind always on the food.
You can do whatever you'd like. What were you saying, Kerr, though?
Just Lavender's mind always on food. There's nothing.
Lav will pull out one of the pastries and try to put it on the pedestal and see if that changes anything.
Nope.
She'll take it back.
All right. Can Kerr try and grab one of the fireflies?
Yeah. Make an athletics check.
Okay.
Because you try to kind of like lazily catch one, and it's quickly has a burst of speed and dodges out of the way.
Oh. All right then. 15.
Go last time. You just managed to grab the very back thorax of it, but just barely enough where it pulls and pops the front end off, and it goes spiraling into the briars. But you have a thorax, and as you're holding it, the liquid starts going. This clear, completely clear liquid just drips out.
How does it smell?
It smells extremely alcoholic and
Kerr licks it.
chemical.
Are we gonna come back sloshed?
Kerr absolutely licks it, or
I love this.
drinks
You
it.
come back sloshed, and you only have like non-snake eggs, and you're like, we found them.
I mean, they got one snake egg. They have one snake egg.
That's
No,
true.
but
That's
we would have
true.
forgotten that egg because of the sloshing. Is what would have happened.
Fair, true.
Oh.
As you lick it, it is acidic and makes your entire tongue go numb. And make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh
Yes,
no!
please. I think I'm proficient in these. Hold on. I am proficient in these. So that's good.
Come on.
Oh, that was a 2 again? Jeez. 5.
5.
Great timing.
Just barely, like, as it touches your tongue and your tongue goes numb, you have to hold, it's like, and you catch it just enough to hold it back and kind of swallow it back down. You're not drunk or anything, but it made your whole body react. It seems to be very not great to ingest.
No.
Lightweight.
And actually, Lav, with your passive perception, you notice you can't see Kerr's tongue anymore.
What?
Okay, darling. Could you stick out your tongue for me, please?
Why?
I'm gonna try to poke Kerr's tongue.
Is
See
it
if it's
there?
still there.
Do I feel like I have a tongue? Did the DM freeze again?
Okay, so
I'm back.
DM's back.
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe. Am I not?
Maybe.
You're back.
You're roboting in and out. Oh no.
no.
I love that it took us that long of shock to realize that he'd frozen.
The tongue is gone. Okay.
Turn my
I see
phone's
movement.
Wi-Fi off.
It doesn't seem right. Consequences, what are those?
Consequences, who is she?
we gotta stop licking stuff, but I don't see that stopping anytime soon.
How did this
In this
Okay.
campaign?
Hello.
become a
Hi.
trend?
Hi.
Welcome back.
So Kerr
Hey.
sticks out their tongue for Lav, and then Lav is poking.
And Lav's trying to poke it.
Mhm.
Do I feel my tongue, or
Do I feel their tongue?
But yes, you feel your tongue, and you feel their tongue too. Yes.
okay?
Okay, I'm like,
So it's there.
okay, I guess we're gonna put this on the. Wait.
You can't see it though. If you can't see my tongue, are the fireflies like drifting like away in and out of existence? Or are they all going to specific places and just flying around? Or oh no, oh wait,
Lav's gonna like dip some of her hair into the
liquid.
Okay.
Into the liquid.
Okay.
And see what happens.
As you dip it in, the segments of your hair that you dip in disappear.
She's gonna try to like rub it off on her overalls, see if it comes off and her hair comes back.
As you start rubbing it on your overalls start to disappear from where you rub it. Seems to just be spreading, not really coming off.
The ultimate sneak.
I wonder if this is...
Well, I was going to try to catch one and get the thorax.
Okay. All right. Make a athletics check to try to catch it. And make a intelligence check for me.
Intelligent.
18? Yep. You catch one. And you catch one just above the thorax, so it's just kind of like...
I'll give it a little, like, pat and, like, try to pop off thorax. Let it go.
That is...
It pops off.
Intelligence 10 total.
10? Okay. How familiar with painting would you say Kerr is?
Wait. It's paint.
Not like not super familiar probably, but like as far as like seeing other people do paintings is like probably just seen how they work. Is this some kind of like dissolvent like to get out of the painting? That's Elle talking, but Kerr's probably not super familiar, but has seen people do painting probably.
Lav does a little bit of painting.
Lav was painting on the way here in the boat.
Lav was painting on the boat.
Dan's frozen again.
I know.
Pub one shot.
No.
No, they're back.
Is this paint thinner? Would Lavender realize that this is paint thinner?
With Kerr bringing up that question and with your knowledge of painting, yes, it's paint thinner.
So this could help us get out and disappear out of the painting or disappear us from existence. I don't know.
Looking back the way they came through the briars, because it's just like we're encircled by the briars at this point, right?
Yep.
Kerr will take the like the one that's kind of like leaking, whatever, and like just like kind of like flick drops like in front of them, and like try and like do like a big X or something. Does it like makes the briars start to disappear, or like does anything else happen around it?
Oh.
Guys, what's your favorite type of eggs?
Ramen eggs.
I'm a sucker for deviled eggs.
Oof.
Delicious.
Deviled eggs are really good.
I really
I've
like.
been really into like poaching eggs and putting it with my ramen lately.
I was gonna say poached, but it's just like anything that has like a runny yolk. I'm there.
Yeah,
so good.
It's
Over
really
medium.
weird.
I
used to hate
can't do
that.
runny eggs.
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
I
Why?
can't deal with runny eggs. Can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gross to me.
Okay, that's fine. DM, hello, friends.
Hello.
We were just talking about
Movement.
our favorite eggs.
Hello.
Hello.
We had some secret fun facts. Favorite eggs.
Apologies.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with this today. Apologies.
Okay.
But yeah,
So
you splash an X on the briars, and as you do, the briars kind of shimmer out of existence, and you can barely see into the room where you came before.
excellent. All right. So more specifically, then, we'll like
We'll take my hand and we'll do
keep
some
doing
like
it. Keep making it go.
Right.
Keep trying to burst. So
You create a portal through, splashing the paint thinner on, grabbing as many of the thoraxes as you need to create a hole big enough for you both to go through. and you manage to create a circle that seemingly leads into the other room that you came from.
Kurt will do the same thing where they like reach an arm through and then reach an arm back.
Seems to work.
Let's go.
Seems.
I'll kind of like go egg first. Make sure the egg can get out.
So are you going like egg first and then like just following behind the egg?
Maybe one on each side.
Yeah, that's probably good. That way we don't crack the egg.
Support the egg.
Well, like snake eggs are really soft too, so like it's kind of like carrying like a duffel bag that like will move on you a little bit.
I hate that.
All right.
I hate that.
So going through, supporting the egg, you emerge on the other side of the painting and escape your paint prison.
Lavender will pick her rope back up with the like foot or two missing now.
2 eggs down, only, or we don't know that, but
well, we don't.
We don't yet. All right, we should. All right, well, this is big. We should maybe get it back to Astara before we look for the other one.
Good.
So, there also wasn't anywhere else to go from this room or from this corridor, so we maybe need to link back up with them.
Nowhere else.
All right.
On our way back, Lav would like to peek through and kind of check to see if the cook's still asleep. If anything's happened in that room, just like a little
She gone.
Nothing can't go wrong.
He's still asleep.
Okay.
Okay, so you make your way back to the room and enter back into Astara's chamber, and see Duke and Scree already there with one egg, just chilling, and Astara kind of like scooting the egg back into the center. And goes,
Ah, good. 2 out of the 3 are returned.
The other one's over here.
All right.
No, then. All of us?
Best team.
There's no more way to go over there.
Where? Well, that was fun. Was there any more places for you to go? Our corridor ended.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Duke.
Yeah,
Duke
no.
used to see the sniffer.
There's more of a. There's another trail. We just decided to bring this one back before we find another one.
Yeah.
Ours was hidden in a painting. That was fun.
Ours was under a statue.
they do smell of alcohol.
Is Kurt's tongue like still missing?
It's there.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there.
Dang it!
Kurt definitely.
After getting out of the painting.
Yeah, Kurt got one of like the treats, or like and was like rubbing something on his tongue, just like that was not a good taste.
All right. Well, I think each team performed exceptionally. Let's go get the last one.
And Duke is
97
already
bottles
like
of meat on the
trailing
wall.
down the tunnel.
So walking by the first door that you didn't open again, you hear the sounds of whips and cries once more as you walk by and continue on down the chamber.
Kurt hears that because we're all together now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Duke and I keep walking.
We're
I would
just gonna leave it.
Yeah. What?
For now, we can't do anything.
Just gonna leave it.
96 bottles of mead. Take it down.
Kurt follows.
The sound dissipates as you venture past. You walk by the door where Duke and Scree found the first egg, and around the corner, and you see as you turn the corner at the very end of this chamber, kind of capping the chamber, is another little halo of light.
Duke will sniff at the entrance again.
You definitely smell egg, as well as beep, 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 beep.
And then we'll like open it a little bit, not all the way, so he can peek inside first to make sure that nobody's there.
As it starts sliding, you try to kind of grab it to slow it down, and it keeps moving as you grab it. They're not really made to only kind of open or half close.
Yeah.
But it continues, and you are once again 15 feet off the ground. The chamber goes about another 10 feet high, 30 feet across, and inside this chamber, you instantly hear the voice.
My matron will be so pleased with our progress.
As you look down, and it seems to be an entire chamber that the feline has claimed for himself. A large, extravagant bed in one corner, a complete what's it called? Not armoire, but large mirror with desk in front with a bunch of different like skincare products on it.
Vanity.
Vanity, yes, a large vanity in one corner, a chest, and then a small little bed where the curled winged lizard is currently residing. And it seems that the cat is kind of talking to the snake. Yes, Green?
I apologize. While we were waiting at the snake's den,
yes,
could I equip the new armor? If not, because I'm saying this way later,
you're good. Cool. So good.
Cool.
So good. So mithril half plate. That's what you currently have. And so silently peeping.
Shout.
Yeah.
In.
Interesting.
Silently
peeping.
Oh, you silenced the peeping. Okay.
Duke actually like turns around and almost like mouths, "Throw it down the hall."
Lab will. Yeah, it's like good idea. Yeah.
To be fair, it'd probably stop peeping at some point down the hall.
Probably. It would.
It is still wrapped, so it shouldn't like break or anything.
It's true. Don't want the snake to not be able to find its babies.
Yeah, it's a useful parenting hack,
like,
honestly.
Roll it down the hall as much as possible. Not even like toss, just like whoop.
Yeah. Successfully throwing the little peep down the hall. You kind of listen in, and it's hard to catch everything the feline's saying, just because it's half murmuring to himself. It's like,
my matron will be so pleased.
And like you see he's placed the large crystalline, that initial one that was pulled from the wall, on the vanity, and goes,
let's see if this works.
And its finger crackles with electric energy and shoots it towards the crystal, and it just and then loses the charge after about a minute. He goes,
so it's true. Magical lightning only temporarily charges it. You need the real thing.
He kind of like looks up towards the ceiling, not in your direction.
Okay, cool.
I just kind of like looks up like
sky.
Metaphorical sky, yes. And then there's some clanging coming down from beneath you, which it seems as if the exit of this chamber is right underneath where you are. And he kind of like looks back, make a stealth check.
Oh shit. Oh no, did KJ freeze?
Advantage. I have advantage.
Did KJ freeze?
You no longer have disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah.
Amazing.
10 out of 10 armor. Thank you.
They are frozen. There it is.
Oh no.
That was 14.
My new snazziness. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Damn.
Feeling great.
Dirty 20, 17.
Actually, I'm going to take this minute to look for
14.
My physical die.
14.
Yep.
And at some point,
KJ got 17.
KJ got a 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Duke, the Alpine Shadow is experiencing the horrors of magical lightning and has a flashback that none of us understand.
Some powerful magical lightning, jeez.
Pretty stealthy.
Pretty stealthy. So, honestly, between those, pretty much, unless. Oh wait, Duke rolled a 17. So.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, 17.
Not looking up, just looking back towards the noise in a casting glance, he turns to the creature and goes,
I have to go watch the vermin. If you eat that egg while I'm gone, I'll take it from your hide.
and you see the creature kind of like cowers a little bit and is left in the chamber as the feline slightly floats away. At which point, the feline did gesture back towards his bed, and you can see on the chest that's kind of at the end of his bag sits the last snake egg.
Interesting. Okay. Wow.
And do we hear like a door close behind him?
Or did he just walk off?
He just walks off.
How big is the little snake creature?
Yeah.
You can.
It
looks to be. It's not very large. It comfortably sat on the shoulder.
Okay.
Lav's going to take out one of the eggs that she plundered earlier.
Wait.
Hello.
And
I think everyone's back.
Yeah.
Everyone's back now? Okay. So yeah, comfortably sits on the shoulders. I didn't hear anything you guys said.
Okay. Lav's gonna take out one of the eggs that she plundered earlier. And she's going to try to stealthily like scurry down.
Scree's gonna go with Lav.
Towards
right.
like she wants to be
Duke,
like real quiet, real still.
Duke, what you missed. The feline said for the winged lizard not to eat the egg.
I didn't miss any of it. I have the stream open.
Oh, never mind.
That's fair.
Never mind. So you're stealthing down, Lav. Apologies.
And
you're stealthing down?
Yeah, I want to get to where the little dragon guy's nested.
Okay.
As discreetly as possible. Well, not necessarily like startling him, and just like real gently, like get up to him and in stealth, and then say real gently, "He seems so mean to you. Would you like an egg?"
Discreetly. Roll a stealth check, and Screw, you said you're going down too?
Yeah.
So you roll a stealth check as well. So roll a stealth check first.
Rolling tray is wonky.
Okay, Ruby, is this a 7 or a 1? They look very similar.
Hold
on, let me.
They're right next to each other too.
They are right next to each other. Come on,
the
camera.
one has like a little thing at the very bottom. So I think that's
the 7.
Yeah. The one has like a tiny little
I think
like
it is a
nib
7.
on the
nub. Okay, yeah, that is a 7, which makes it a 10.
Yay!
Good thing I have advantage on stealth, guys.
Why did you get?
Oh no.
Okay, so that's a 15.
Okay.
Was
so
it
you
not
both
15?
Just land onto the ground and make your way over, and then make an animal handling check, Lavender, as you try to not startle this creature.
I feel like this one's intense. Gonna pull out my opalite dice for this.
Yeah.
Opalite.
Which is a 10.
10.
Great.
Okay.
Yes.
If I see the creature getting disturbed, may I cast Speak with Animals?
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
So as you both sneak up and Lav, you say your line, the creature recoils, slithers back and kind of rears up, flashing out its wings, which as it unfolds its wings, the wingspan is the complete length of its body too, which is about, I'd say it's about an acorn and a half long. It's like a foot and a half long. It's not massive. And Lav, you just hear a, but Scree,
So bad vibratory.
you hear,
Intruder.
Lav will place the egg and back away a little bit.
Not intruder. Friend. Ally.
Scree, roll persuasion with advantage, thanks to the egg from Lav.
Honestly, those eggs kind of smart. I'm doing computer and a physical roll.
Okay.
Okay, computer got an 8. Physical roll got an 18.
Hey. Real dice for the win.
Real
Nice.
dice wins.
And that's why we're doing a dice giveaway at 250
Sweet.
subscribers here on Twitch. So tell your friends you want some really pretty dice.
I'm painting dice this week.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yep. That's their promo. Great
All
dice.
right. So you can see this slight light starting to glow in the back of its throat, and then its eyes lock on the egg, and Scurry, as you talk, it kind of looks up at you, and then down, and it's at this point where both of you start noticing small little details now that you're up close to this creature. And there's scars under his whole underbelly. Across its leg, there's a big chunk that looks like a burn scar that's just. At the end of his tail, it would have another about 4 inches on his tail, but it's been nubbed off. As it looks down and looks back up at you, and it's still tense, it slowly starts to go down towards the egg. It goes,
For me?
Yeah. No, for you. Lav, what
And
did
it,
you
like,
want to say?
has-
I can translate.
I don't think that cat's very nice. Are you scared of him?
Scree translates.
Translates,
Okay.
if you will.
So,
Translates.
Translation.
Translates.
Yes.
We gotta make sure things don't get lost in translation.
Gosh.
I love the puns. We're here for them. We got so much fun.
So going down, it opens its jaw, and it is massive. The jaw is probably about an eighth of its body, and as you're looking, it looks more crocodilian than lizard. So like this small little crocodile with wings on the back. As it chomps the egg and swallows it in one gulp.
Goes, Master is cruel and mean.
I'll take you with
And
us.
then Scree will turn to Lav to, it says, like, it just kind of be the telephone between the two.
Cool.
Doesn't let me eat big egg.
Big egg does look awful tasty.
It does.
You want another little one?
Egg is good.
Another egg? We'll set out another egg for it.
Like before you even barely let go, it's just lops down. And just from the sound of its top mandible hitting, or its bottom mandible hitting the top jaw, there's power behind that bite.
Ooh, tasty.
Why do you stay with Master if he's so mean?
Raised from egg. Scared to leave. No hunting skill.
Say, buddy.
if you could leave and still eat all the eggs, would you want to?
Make a persuasion check.
Can I help? Because I'm translating.
Absolutely.
Slav, do you get to make it with advantage?
Great help.
Because I'm
Sounds
helping.
delicate.
Or do you want me to roll?
You
Yeah.
can roll.
What is my persuasion? +2. 18 again.
Yay!
Woohoo.
30 20s. The Scray's coming in for the clutch. What
Wait,
did you
please
get?
no. I rolled a 1.
Ah!
What do you mean
And
the
then we
2?
had a dirty 20 and a 1.
So it's like, wow, that's
Dirty
a terrible
20?
way to phrase it. Let me
Okay.
just.
Yeah.
No, not dirty 20, just 18.
Oh,
Dirty
just
18.
18. Okay. Dirty
Okay, this dice goes away now.
18. Dice jail.
18? Okay. So
You a big mommy snake?
it looks towards the corridor where the feline left. And then kind of back towards you. Okay. And then back towards you. Goes,
Protect. Worm.
Scree draws a scissoid.
Feed worm.
Protect worm.
A coon cook.
She can
How
cook.
do you like your eggs? How do you like your eggs in the morning?
Egg.
I like mine with the kids.
Oh.
Good. Egg good. You good. Worm.
Lab will pull out another egg.
Stealing the eggs was so clutch. Oh my gosh. That was such a good move.
chomping down the next egg. And this one, he kind of like grabs the top and then chucks it in the air and
Scree claps a little bit.
Worm. Follow.
Come now? Or you want revenge?
Oh.
Scree's gonna hesitate before translating that.
just kind of like looks. Do you translate the wants revenge part?
Very, very hesitantly.
Kind of as the word revenge goes, it looks towards the large snake egg.
No. That's for a different friend we have. Unfortunately.
You guys will be good friend. Good friend.
And Screw will translate.
Fine. Leave large snack.
And he kind of like trundles over to the vanity and just like knocks over the crystal. It's like waddles back.
The revenge I had in mind, but okay.
Fine.
Well, I was gonna take a couple of shattered pieces.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, definitely. You can feel that they still are holding the tiniest bit of the lightning bolt that was into them, but it's very small. It's kind of just like those one of those like gum electric prank tricks.
Yeah.
It's just like that level of kind of vibrate and buzz in your fingers.
Big chest. Hold gold.
I'll check to see if it's locked.
It is.
I'll pick it.
All right. Roll a sleight of hand check with your proficiency modifier.
And the little Scree will just hold out their like arm to Worm. Be like, hey, you want to ride?
16.
He climbs up your arm and he is heavy. He is solid. And like you're strong enough to carry him, but like you can feel like he's a hefty
like a weighted
boy.
blanket.
Yeah, it is. What'd you roll, Lav?
16.
16. You feel like You feel like your pick is just about to break before.
Oh, thank God.
Barely made that. You're lucky he cares less about his stuff than the prisoner. And he opens it. And inside there is a large sack of gold, as well as a folded cloak.
Gold or glass?
And what looks to be...
Gold or glass?
Sorry, glass. Yes.
Okay.
The equivalent. So a satchel of blue glass.
The shinier version.
The shinier version. They do look extra polished. A folded cape, and then a scroll.
Are there any markings on the cape at all?
As you look at it, just from a general look over, it looks as if the cloak is it's a deep black cloak with kind of a dark gold trim, and the trim itself has very faint golden runes stitched into it.
This seems magic. I like runes. I take all. Loot
Right.
the chest.
Loot all. Press X to loot all.
I think at this point, like maybe Kerr and Duke would have probably made our way down to be with everybody and just be like, "Hello, little worm."
Yeah. Which, as you drop the worm, kind of like for a moment.
I will give like finger guns
You're muted.
to like Kerr and Duke.
Oh,
like, hey, friends.
Scree, you're on
You're muted.
As they come down, Spree's just like introducing them, like, that's Kerr, and that's the Alpine Shadow, but like in its language, so it's like whatever. That's Lavender, but like it has like a very specific rhythm. Yeah, and so it's just like introducing them.
I don't know. Love, you're very good at making friends with scaly things. I don't know how you do it, but good job.
Practice.
And then we'll like help with like looting stuff into additional bags if we're taking stuff. Is there anything else around the room? Maybe also.
Anything else in the room? Make a perception or investigation check.
Yeah, I'm going to very much just like not even like neatly looking around the room. It's just like opening stuff.
Duke is what?
Oh, KJ,
Duke is gonna grab the egg.
That's probably smart.
Investigation.
Let's get the egg back up. Let's get the egg back up. At least to the ledge before we really start looting things.
That's what Duke is doing. Duke is getting the egg and getting back.
Duke's on a mission.
16 for investigation.
16 for investigation? Nice. Examining around the room, there's nothing else in the chest, which it seems like the chest was the kind of main area. In the vanity, there is... Oh, actually. As you pull through the vanity, it's mostly skincare routines and like brushes and balms and like lotions. But as you pull one of the drawers, you notice in the back there's a small button.
Button. I definitely will press it.
And as you do, a hidden chamber in the bottom of the mirror. It's tiny, probably about like 5 by 3 inches, and inside there's a small medallion and a tiny little stone.
We'll take both of them. Just pocket some.
Pocketing those. Everything else is rather mundane. You do find another 20 blue glass.
Oh, nice.
As well as a golden ring and a small, very stiletto dagger.
Lava's going to go over to the vanity and find what looks to be the most expensive, luxurious lotion she can find.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to open it up.
It smells like lavender.
She's going to take that. She's going to find a different one, actually.
The first idea was shenanigans, so now this one's just a present.
She's like, actually, this is really nice. I
Looks
want
too
this
nice.
one.
I mean, it is your trademark, so.
To find another that also looks nice, you know.
This one is scentless, but has little like exfoliation bits inside of it, and is a kind of light, pale yellow kind of color.
Okay, she's gonna take one of her paints, specifically the green one, which she knows very well will stain your skin. A little too well, she knows. And put a little squirt in there and give it a shake and put it exactly where she found it.
Okay.
Let's get out of here, guys.
You do notice it changes the color of the lotion as well, but
yeah.
Hey, if
the trap is laid.
this, the trap is there.
All right.
It's all about the long.
And you all leave the room.
Through the entrance we came in.
He's already headed back down the tunnel. He got the egg and
right there anyway.
Yeah, we were probably as soon as we were doing this and like Duke started to like get the egg and like go up, we're like, okay, let's go.
And Lav will help Scree get up with their extra weight now.
Thanks.
All right. Scurrying back up, you keep going, and Scree, as you're walking, Worm is just kind of like murmuring, being like, I've never been this far away before.
If we take one step further, I'll be the farthest from that room I've ever been.
Yes. Then as you walk into the snake, he's like, oh, the great worm.
Yeah, it's pretty spooky, huh?
Pretty.
My heart.
As the stare looks towards you all and goes,
You've returned, my precious eggs.
And he slithers out his tail and wraps it around and pulls it in. And as all 3 eggs coalesce in the small nest in the center, you can just feel this warmth and kind of calming energy pulse through the chamber and kind of penetrate all of your minds a little bit. You gain the benefits of a short rest.
Oh, thank God.
Lovely.
I don't think I will have good things like this for us, but something.
And then you hear, not in your minds, just aloud,
And you freed the small one.
Yeah, this is Worm.
I am aware of Worm. He did not beckon my call before. Fear does that to a person.
Give Worm a little pat.
He's gonna
It's okay to be scared
take a couple
sometimes.
steps back.
But we had a deal. And I will hold my end of the bargain.
So, what are we going to do now?
You will exit from one of my chambers, and I will barrel in and feast.
Can we make a little caveat on that? My darling friend, adore you. I love this energy.
the one I just...
Feasting is great. We love snacks. Maybe don't feast on any of the shackled snacks.
If they can't run away, then you can't eat them. Everyone else that has weapons and works with the cat. You probably have seen them around.
There's still a good 15 to 18 that you can still snack on.
Lots of snacks. Good fuel. I
One
could
of you
make more snacks.
One.
Either you make a group persuasion check, or one of you can roll.
Let me do it. 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 Let me do it.
Duke, okay.
I can imagine that Duke is like swaying as they talk. It's just like, oh yes, I too am Snake. Listen to me.
I too am Snaky Boy.
I'm so charming.
Look at us, fellow snakes.
Look at us.
How you doing, fellow snakes?
18.
Nice. Rolled a 17.
So, they would make boring prey regardless.
Kind of like eyes you for a second, Duke.
You've preyed upon my kind before, haven't you? Ferret folk?
I mean, it kind of depends on what you're meaning with praying.
It's good to
I have a friend who's a
fellow.
reptilian.
Yes. Fellow hunters. So, do I descend now? Or shall we rest and let them fester?
Now, I need.
No.
Kerr picks up like the sledgehammer that they grabbed earlier. I'm all for being quiet, but if I don't smash something in the next 5 minutes, I think I might actually go insane.
There.
What is happening?
Then now it is. Choose your entry point. Lavender.
Duke.
Here's your bird
You.
back, by the way.
Thank you. You may place it with my eggs. And when you are in position, message me with your mind.
It's true, you're the only one that can.
Yeah.
You're the only one that can.
I'm waiting for the other foot to drop with that too. There has to be something. Maybe not. We have a good and benevolent.
Well, it
DM.
doesn't have any feet.
And it slowly uncurls and slithers down the passage that Kerr and Lavender went down.
Okay.
We
so
could go to the one door with the Kerr that Kerr wanted to check out.
yeah.
Okay.
Duke, you said you contacted
Chester?
Chester. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
So I'd
Forgot
gotten over
about
there.
that.
Okay.
I'd gotten over there, and I tried picking the lock myself. Funny little thing. They don't want him out. So, in two of the acts that we'd done, some of the locks that we used were modified arcanely. So it's not going to open with normal means.
Well, Chester could be a great asset to us in this specifically, and we need Chester. That's our goal.
He's
I mean,
really
everyone
good at
else
fighting.
too,
It's
of
really
course.
cool.
But
How strong does the cage look?
Hey,
How
Worm.
strong did the cage look?
Make a retroactive make a retroactive investigation check while Scurry asks this question.
That's an 8.
Wormithid, do you know how your old master locked the cage that has her? It's the only one with the person in it. Yeah, thank you. It's not that I have a bad memory. It's fine.
You see, he thinks for a moment and goes,
It has a key.
we missed the key. Wait, did I find a key?
No.
you did find a key, but that was on Rudmouth.
Yeah.
Right. Not gonna do the same key.
Wormtillion, do you know where the key is?
I ate one. And the other is on the master's hip.
Interesting.
How fast does your digestive system work? And when did you eat it?
Quite a while ago.
Not to be crass, do you poop?
Yes. I am not looking forward to it.
Side question. Do you need to poop?
I'd translate.
Not currently, no.
Does anyone have any coffee?
Lavender might have something on her.
Roll a
Or she
d20.
would know where to get some, hypothetically.
All right.
Huh?
Roll a d20.
18.
You have coffee.
It's great.
Kerr's just thinking back to those sharp knives in
Are
the
we
kitchen just
prepared
down the
for this?
hall.
'Cause
That's
I-
fine.
No,
I don't
no,
think
no.
Not saying it because of the conversation everyone else is having, but just like
Hey team, hear me
different
out.
solutions.
A while ago, Wormy Burby ate possibly one of the keys for the cage and has not yet defecated it out. Lav, can we give Wormwithin your coffee? Perhaps take a nap while we wait.
I'm just so you're aware, Screet.
What time is it?
I am not mentally prepared to actually find the key. I can't do that. But you can have the coffee.
Not to pull the race card, but us rats have a very high tolerance for gross things. Us rat folk.
Lavender will
Real
brew up a
shit
little
shovelers of society.
thing of coffee, and she
Do
will
you want
crack
to
one of
tell-
the eggs into it, actually.
Oh, smart. Do you want to tell the
Or the
worm
worm
that
folk.
or the big steak that we're gonna take a little bit?
Make some running coffee.
Yeah, I'll let him know. It's like,
Due to a new plan.
new plan. You can cuddle your eggs for a bit. We're gonna take a minute.
You just hear a and the sound of as the chamber is filled once again with Astera.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
All right. So you're going to feed Worm the coffee and egg mixture and hope it makes him poop.
Yep.
Yeah, does anyone know anything about plants and stuff or have any plants that could hurry the process along without poisoning Worm a million here?
Worm tea.
That's okay. The coffee should work.
And so are you... Yes.
While they're doing all of that, Duke
That planning.
Duke scuttles his way back to the platform we were originally on when we started the session.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it's within 120 feet.
Okay.
Chester's cage.
Okay.
If it is, Duke's gonna eyeball it. Duke is gonna cast message to Chester.
Oh. Okay. One moment.
And he's just going to whisper, "We made a little bit of a friend. We're gonna rest up to try to be at our full might before launching this attack. We've told this individual not to target anyone who's bound, so you should be fine, but I figured I'd give you a heads up before a giant snake enters. He can respond.
He doesn't move. Understood. Who's with you?
Oh, that's right. He doesn't know.
It's me.
So casting message again.
Yes.
Do you have spell slots for it?
Because I can, because the fucking cantrip. It's a cantrip.
God. Oh,
right, it is.
God.
Oh, that's really nice.
That is so clutch right now.
It's a cantrip.
Of all the clutch we've had today, this is the clutchiest. Oh, thank God.
There's me. There's Kerr. There's Lavender, and there's Scree.
There's a pause. There's a pause. And he just responds, tell Lavender to be ready. She's not gonna like this.
This could mean so many things.
DM, you're going to emotionally traumatize us in like the last half of the session. DM?
All of us have an inkling. Duke just kind of takes that in. And then we'll head back.
Okay, so you head back. Worm has joyously eaten the egg coffee mixture, and you're going to try to take a long rest?
Yeah, I think we have to.
All right.
Would Duke have relayed this information to Lavender?
Maybe. Oh no, KJ.
Oh no.
Not again. Person with information freezes.
Duke. Duke.
Duke.
Duke.
I will say, while all of this discussion and egg planning and things is going on, Kerr is like pacing because he's just got all his nervous energy. He's tired because like we also didn't get a full rest, so we haven't quite slept yet. So he's tired, and he hasn't gotten to just smash anything, and we're still awake. So he's grumpy.
That's fair.
Aww.
I know.
That's fair.
KJ.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So as you're pacing,
and maybe
you're
definitely
definitely
that medallion that we got that he got pulled from the vanity, and so like I'm just kind of like fiddling with it and like playing with it.
as you look at it, also if you guys want to take a look at any of the other things you got, the medallion, it has.
At this point, Lav would also hand out a pastry to the party members who didn't get them.
Snacks.
Aw. Hey, thanks.
You're looking at it. You're looking at the medallion, and it takes you a second. But you've seen this medallion before. In the possession of Duke. It has, on one side, it has a bramble going around the entirety, and then a crown in the center. And then on the other side, it has some words carved in.
Okay.
Those words are. Let me bring open my notes. Nestled in nettles, the Baroness awaits a morsel for her royal tastes. Which is the medallion that Duke brought up when you were in the presence of Madame Angela.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Anything else you would like to look at from what you acquired from the master's room? The worm's master's room, the feline's room.
Feline's room. I know I grabbed a stone too from like that same place. Yeah. Is there anything particular about it, or like what does it look like?
It is a small little palm stone that seems to have a face with an open mouth on it.
Face with a mouth. Interesting. Kerr's gonna lick it just to see if it tastes magical.
Tastes like a rock.
Okay.
A little salty.
When in doubt, lick it.
When in doubt, lick it. I mean, we can taste magic apparently. Okay. All right, that'll just be it for now. Just pacing, like playing with the medallion now, just because like they're curious about it.
All right. Duke, do you tell Lav the message you got from Chester?
Yes and no.
Okay. Okay. What do you tell him?
What Duke will say when he gets back down.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No, oh no!
The Alpine pause strikes again.
Alpine pause. Pause?
Pause. Alpine pause.
The Alpine pause strike again.
Oh my god, that's excellent.
I mean, I guess like if we do still have downtime, I'd take a look at that crystal that was in the armory.
Okay. Taking a look at the crystal, you can't tell anything immediately from it. Seeing as you don't have like an identification spell or anything like that, you know it's magic. And it is distinctly small. Like the size of a nickel. And every time you pull it out and kind of like look at it and get it into proximity with the scissor kind of vibrates a little bit.
I take out the scissor, and I take the stone, and I just like clink them together.
As
like a toddler trying to fit two puzzle pieces together that like may or may not actually fit.
As you clank it together and as they touch, you feel almost a magnetic pull at